Welcome to ABC31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Hurricane Harvey is taking aim on Texas tonight, but central Louisiana will also be impacted by this monster storm. How area residents are getting ready for the relentless rain or worse is our top story tonight. This afternoon, Mayor Jacques Roy held a special city council meeting to address the emergency situation with Hurricane Harvey. The mayor encouraged the public to expect the worst of the weather to move into the area on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Alexandria is expecting to receive heavy rainfall next week. Mayor Roy gave out several tips on how to prepare for the hurricane.
The modeling for this storm has quite a few different tracks that they have sensitivities to. The unfortunate thing is in just about all of them, we're receiving the right side of the storm and a ton of rain. So no matter what, you can expect a lot of rain. In some of the worst scenarios, the storm would be hitting us on that right side with that and could actually pull back out, gather strength, and then come back up and even more hit directly upon us.
Harvey has the same potential for what this area saw during Gustav in 2008. Alexandria residents should expect power outages. Residents are also encouraged not to drive in high water or flooded areas. That is very important. For more information on how you can prepare for Hurricane Harvey, please visit cityofalexandria.com. The city is providing do-it-yourself sandbags at 4 sites. They're at the Cheatham, City, and Martin Parks, as well as the Johnny Downs Sports Complex. You are advised to bring your own shovel. The local Office of Homeland Security advises that there are also pre-positioned sand and bags at all local fire departments throughout the parish. They are providing 5 bags for each exterior door and 10 for the patio-style openings. The office, which also handles emergency preparedness, does want you to know that you should not go around barricades in flooded areas and use 911 for emergencies only. Meteorologist Ross Whitley is keeping watch on how Harvey will impact us and joins us now with the very latest information.
Yeah, that's right. And Harvey down in the Gulf of Mexico should be making landfall somewhere near Corpus Christi, Texas in the next hour or so, and then moving on shore and staying there for maybe 5 to 7 days. We could be dealing with the rainfall here as well. And as overall today, not too bad. 86 degrees out there, 74 last night. And we should be around 93 and 73. We did have the cloud cover around. We're watching a couple feeder bands moving in from the south as we go throughout the rest of tonight into the early morning hours. And then we really set up for more rain. But of course, I'll have the details exactly what you can expect coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Ross. As Harvey makes landfall, wind speeds could reach up to 110 miles per hour. That would make it the first major hurricane to hit Texas in 18 years and would also be the strongest storm to make landfall in the U.S. in more than a decade. Lana Zach is on the ground in Houston as the state of Texas prepares for the worst.
Winds are whipping, rain is falling, and the water is getting choppy along the Gulf Coast. But this is nothing compared to what experts say coastal residents of Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana will experience after Hurricane Harvey hits later tonight.
Think of your life first. The most important thing that we're dealing with right now is human life.
Among the concerns, massive flooding, 3 feet of rain in some areas, storm surges projected to reach up to 12 feet. And with all of that flooding, widespread power outages.
This storm is not going to play out overnight. When the power goes off, you can expect it to be off 3 to 7 days.
Voluntary and mandatory evacuations are in effect. The message heard over and over again, don't risk it.
Storm could change, and as they've said, they're not going to come rescue.
Here in Houston, highway warnings tell drivers to prepare.
Absolute insanity over this hurricane.
While in Corpus Christi, all of the tiniest new residents have been successfully relocated. Children's Health tweeting praise for their support teams that evacuated their NICU there.
Houston's big concern is really flooding with all of this concrete and that massive amount of rain that's projected. And also, just to give you a little bit of perspective, this is supposed to be a Category 3 hurricane by the time it makes landfall here in the United States. The last time that happened was in 2005, and those hurricanes were named Wilma and Katrina. Reporting from Houston, Lana Zach, ABC News.
With Labor Day being 10 days away, Rapides Parish sheriffs and other law enforcement officers are cracking down on drunk driving with the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign.
The Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office, along with other law enforcement agencies in the area, are participating in the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. This is a campaign to increase our DUI enforcement. What that does is the Louisiana Highway Safety Commission, along with the National Highway Traffic Safety Commission, give us grant money, and we pay our deputies overtime to go out and to basically enforce and increase enforcement of DUIs.
Drivers are encouraged to have a designated driver if they consume alcohol or take any medication that might impair their driving. Grant deputies make several drug arrests on separate and unrelated incidents. They include 44-year-old Terry Jean Orr of Dry Prong, 36-year-old Carrie Lee Coster of Gina, 27-year-old Dustin Mitchell of Montgomery, and 21-year-old Charles Matthew Dubrock of Colfax. All these arrests were made during traffic stops. Meanwhile, a Colfax woman was arrested after deputies say they found her lying in a yard with drug paraphernalia near her. She is 24-year-old Samantha Marie Sandburn. Grant deputies arrested a Dry Prong man for failure to register as a sex offender. His 22-year-old David Allen Joy. Sheriff Stephen McCain says he pleaded guilty and is sentenced to 3 years in prison. McCain says there is a free notification service at offenderwatch.com so you can know who is on that registry and may be living near you and your children. This afternoon, the Senla Pregnancy Center opened their doors to pro-life supporters to announce they will be set to open on December 4th, and they announced the new executive director, Claire Lemoyne.
Women that experience unplanned or unexpected pregnancies will be able to come here to our center, and it'll be determined whether they need a pregnancy test, and if they do, we will offer them a free pregnancy test. And if that pregnancy test is positive, they will then receive a free ultrasound to where they will see their baby, they will see how many weeks they are, we'll be able to give them an estimated due date, and that is going to be the turning point for them, that they understand that this is life, that this is a life that they've been given, and that will influence their decision.
The center will be offering all services free of charge. To find out more, you can visit their Facebook page. For the past 8 years, Susan G. Komen of Acadiana has held Race for the Cure to raise funds for the national research and local community grants. Last night, Senla Medication Access Program received $26,500 from the Susan G. Komen program. Money will be used for free breast cancer screenings, and patients will be able to receive treatment for survivorship. You can find out how you can participate in the Race for the Cure by visiting acadiana.info-komen.org. The University of Louisiana Board is approving a 30-hour Master of Science in Computer Information Systems at NSU. Still needs further approval, but it is proposed to be offered completely online and would be the only program of its type at higher institutions in the state. Next Saturday, the Treehouse Museum in Cleco will present a new fundraiser to the community called the Senla Duck Derby.
This is our new signature fundraiser that we're so excited to introduce to the community. So Senla Duck Derby is going to be a race of rubber ducks. So if you've heard, they've done this in other parts of the country and even the state. And so we'll be racing rubber ducks, which are available for adoption. $5 per duck gets you in the running in this race and for cash prizes.
From 10 to 2, there will be rubber duck races, food vendors, and activities for the kids. To find out how you can adopt a duck, visit senladuckderby.com. All proceeds benefit the mission of the Treehouse.
Florida State versus Alabama, Saturday at 7 on KLAX TV. Brought to you locally by Cal's Air Conditioning and Electrical.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Charlie Lapastor. The La Tech head bowling coach announced this season's Lady Techsters bowling schedule. The schedule features an 8-tourney slate in 5 different states. Coach Matt Natea said, quote, "I am very excited about the schedule we have for this season. We have some really tough tournaments this year, but if you're going to be the best, you have to compete against the best. We're definitely looking forward to the challenge."
All right, we want to take one last look at our forecast as we gear up for what Harvey could bring.
Yeah, the best thing to remember for our area is that there is potential for severe flooding in our area with up to 10 inches or even more of rain. But we should prepare for that potential and hope that it doesn't happen. There's also the potential that we see far less of that. It's all going to be dependent on exactly where Harvey goes, which at this point in time, until we get to about Monday, we're still really not going to know just how bad this is going to be for our area. So prepare for the worst and hope for the best in this situation.
All right, thank you, Ross. And thanks for watching ABC 31 News. Take care this weekend.
Download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
Only one doctor brings health right to your home. Dr. Oz.
Every day is a new chance for change, and everyone can start right now.
With all new ways to feel, encouraged, inspired, hopeful, confident, proud, positive, special, feel better every day. Make an appointment with Dr. Oz. Check in for your daily checkup.
Dr. Oz, airing weekdays at 11 on KLAX TV.